There's a truth about being ignored that most people never understand until it breaks them, until it wounds them in places they never knew could hurt, and until it forces them to face themselves in a way they never had to before. Being ignored is one of the quietest pains in the world. It's not loud like betrayal. It's not sharp like rejection. It's not dramatic like heartbreak. It's silent, subtle, invisible. It makes you question your worth without saying a single word. It makes you feel small without anyone lifting a finger. It makes you wonder if you matter at all. And yet, being ignored is one of the greatest teachers life will ever give you, brave enough to listen. The truth is, most of the time, being ignored has nothing to do with your value and everything to do with the emotional immaturity, distractions, priorities, or insecurities of the people ignoring you. People aren't ignoring you because you're not good enough. They're ignoring you because they're not good enough to appreciate you. They're not ignoring you because you lack something. They're ignoring you because they lack the capacity to recognize your presence, your kindness, your loyalty, your effort, your significance. But when you don't understand this, you start blaming yourself. You start overthinking. You start analyzing every detail of your worth. You start wondering, what did I do wrong? Why am I not enough? Why do they treat me like I'm invisible? You put yourself on trial in your own mind, and you let other people become the judge of a value they were never qualified to measure. The truth is, some people ignore you because they take you for granted. They think you'll always be there. They think your loyalty is guaranteed. They think your presence is permanent. They think you are too kind to ever walk away. People get comfortable with your goodness, and comfort often leads to entitlement. They start believing they don't need to reply right away. They start believing they don't need to check on you. They start believing they don't need to show appreciation or effort. They get used to you giving, and they forget that you have needs too. But one day, your silence will teach them louder than your words ever could. And some people ignore you because your presence reminds them of their own flaws. You might be too confident for their insecurity, too strong for their weakness, too genuine for their games, too focused for their distractions, too honest for their comfort. Instead of leveling up to meet your energy, they pull back and try to shrink it. They ignore you because acknowledging you would require them to grow, and not everyone is ready for growth. Some people would rather avoid you than evolve with you. Being ignored teaches you the truth about your relationships. It reveals who actually cares and who only pretended to. It reveals who values communication and who uses silence as control. It reveals who respects your heart and who just enjoys having access to it. It reveals who sees your worth and who only sees your usefulness. You learn more about people by how they treat you when you re-silent than when you re-speaking. Silence exposes intentions. Silence exposes priorities. Silence exposes real loyalty. But here is the hardest truth. Sometimes you re-ignored because the universe is redirecting your attention back to yourself. You've spent so much time giving, loving, helping, supporting, and understanding everyone else that you've forgotten the importance of pouring that same energy into yourself. Being ignored forces you to sit with yourself. It forces you to focus inward. It forces you to look at your own goals, your own dreams, your own healing, your own potential. It's a painful reminder that the person you need the most might actually be yourself. The truth about being ignored is that it's often a blessing disguised as a wound. It pushes you away from people who are not aligned with your worth. It pushes you to stop begging for attention that should be freely given. It pushes you to raise your standards, not lower yourself. It pushes you to respect your own energy. It pushes you to stop chasing people and start chasing purpose. It pushes you to realize that you deserve people who choose you, not people who tolerate you. Being ignored sharpens you. It makes you stronger, wiser, more self-aware. It helps you recognize your own emotional patterns. It teaches you to stop over-explaining, stop over-giving, stop overstaying in places that are slowly draining your spirit. It teaches you maturity, the kind of maturity that doesn't scream for attention, that doesn't beg for love, that doesn't chase validation. Instead, you learn to focus on yourself so deeply that their silence no longer affects your peace. And one day, the people who ignored you will notice. They always notice. They will notice the change in your energy. They will notice how your absence feels heavier than your presence ever did. They will notice how you stopped initiating conversations, stopped making time, stopped giving effort, stopped apologizing for things you never did wrong. They will notice how you're glowing without them, growing without them, becoming stronger without their support. And that realization will hit them harder than any argument ever could. Because the moment you pull your energy back, the moment you stop trying, the moment you stop caring more than they do, everything shifts. Your silence becomes a statement. Your distance becomes your power. Your self-focus becomes your revenge. And people start to miss what they once ignored. But here is the most empowering truth of all. The goal is not to make them regret ignoring you. The goal is to elevate to a point where their regret doesn't matter, where their opinions don't matter, where their absence doesn't hurt, where your self-worth is not determined by someone else's attention, where you no longer need validation to feel valuable, where you no longer crave acceptance to feel whole, where you no longer depend on people to feel seen, because you have learned how to see yourself. The truth about being ignored is that it teaches you your own strength. It teaches you resilience. It teaches you independence. It teaches you how to walk away from people who don't treat you right, without needing closure, without needing explanation, without needing revenge. You learn how to let go gracefully, quietly, peacefully. You learn that peace is more important than attention. You learn that self-respect is more important than being included. You learn that your time, your heart, your energy are valuable, and anyone who doesn't appreciate them does not deserve them. So, if you are being ignored right now, take a deep breath and understand this. It's not a sign that you are unworthy. It's a sign that you are being guided toward people, places, and opportunities that will match your value. Don't break yourself trying to win back those who can't see your worth. Don't chase people who run from genuine love. Don't beg for attention from those who never deserved your presence. You are not invisible. You are evolving. You are not unwanted. You are being protected. You are not forgotten. You are being redirected. This is your moment to rise, to focus on your goals, to build a stronger version of yourself, to heal, to grow, to glow, to transform, to become someone so powerful, so peaceful, so fulfilled, that being ignored feels like the best thing that ever happened to you. One day, you will look back and thank life for removing the people who didn't value you. You'll be grateful for their silence, because it helped you discover your own strength. You'll be grateful for their absence, because it forced you to create your own presence. You'll be grateful for every door that closed, because it led you to doors that were meant for you. The truth about being ignored is simple. It is not the end. It is the beginning of your evolution. And once you understand that, you will never fear silence again. Thanks for watching.